Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm Donna Villa coming to you from Chicago, USA. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. As the Philippines prepares to elect its new leaders in 2022, the country's Catholic Bishops' Conference has released a prayer for a peaceful, credible, and transparent election. The prayer, which is to be recited every first and third Sunday of the month, was released on November 28th, the first Sunday of Advent. The quote, "Prayer for 2022 elections," end quote, focuses on the 16 values enshrined in the preamble of the Constitution, and it reads, quote, "The forthcoming national and local elections may truly reflect the will of the Lord who guides the destinies of nations," end quote. Elections are slated to be held on May 9th, 2022. Held once every 6 years, the offices open for election are President, Vice President, 12 senators, and 308 members of the House of Representatives. On the same day, Filipinos will also elect 81 governors and deputy governors, 780 provincial council members, 1,634 mayors and deputy mayors of municipalities, and 13,546 municipal council members. Fulani herdsmen killed 10 Christians, including 3 children of Tagbe village, Plateau State of Nigeria, according to reports gathered from the International Christian Concern. Shouting, quote, "Allahu Akbar," end quote, the heavily armed Fulani herdsmen attacked the village of Tagbe on Friday at 1 o'clock in the morning and set fire to 100 homes. Among the dead are 6 people from the same family, and the youngest victim is 4 years old. The attack has also displaced 690 people. Confirming the news, the national president of the Irigwe youth movement said that the attack is aimed at wiping out Christians from the region. After nearly a half-century since abortion was legalized in the U.S., citizens are eagerly looking forward to the most awaited case that could pave the way for the repeal of Roe v. Wade. Starting today, the justices of the Supreme Court will hear the oral arguments on the Dobbs v. Jackson women's healthcare case concerning the constitutionality of Mississippi's Gestational Age Act. The act, which tends to be a critical legal challenge for Roe v. Wade, prohibits elective abortions beyond 15 weeks of pregnancy except when the health of the mother is in jeopardy or if the fetus is malformed. The Vatican has launched the hashtag I Am Church campaign for persons with disabilities. As part of the campaign, it has brought out a 5-video series in which persons with disabilities from different parts of the world narrate their faith experiences. In his message on the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, Pope Francis said that baptism makes each one of us full-fledged member of the ecclesial community and gives each one, without exclusion or discrimination, the possibility of exclaiming, quote, "I am church," end quote. Repeating the Pope's words, the Dicastery for Laity, Family, and Life has introduced the hashtag I Am Church video campaign, which will be launched on December 6th. Each video strives to highlight the daily contributions that people with disabilities make to ecclesial community. The evangelization endeavor of some young deaf people in Mexico, the monastery in France where nuns with Down syndrome live out their vocation, and a group of Italian youth with disabilities who participate in World Youth Day are examples of the campaign's videos. A Catholic bishop in Britain has expressed shock and sadness over the vote in the Crown Dependency of Jersey to legalize assisted suicide. Bishop Philip Egan of Portsmouth in England expressed dismay after the state's assembly of the Channel Island of Jersey supported the bill to legalize assisted suicide by passing it 36-10 with 3 abstentions. In a statement, the prelate said he was shocked and saddened by the results of the vote that took place on November 25th. He said it shows a woeful lack of interest in protecting the most vulnerable on the island. If the bill becomes a law, Jersey will be the first place in the British Isles to permit assisted suicide. It would allow an adult resident diagnosed with a terminal illness and has less than 6 months to live to seek assisted suicide. Bishop Egan oversees Catholics in the Channel Island. A veteran Vatican diplomat has been appointed as Pope Francis's envoy to Medjugorje following the death of Polish Archbishop Henryk Hoser in August. The Holy Father appointed Archbishop Aldo Cavalli as the special apostolic visitor to the parish community of Medjugorje in Bosnia-Herzegovina on Saturday for an indefinite period. The pilgrim town is the site of a series of Marian apparitions that lasted for more than a decade. The 75-year-old prelate has been the apostolic nuncio to the Netherlands since 2015. Hailing from the Diocese of Bergamo in Italy, Archbishop Cavalli joined the Vatican Diplomatic Corps in 1996. Although the Vatican is yet to issue a verdict on the authenticity of the alleged apparitions to 6 young people, Pope Francis had authorized believers to go in pilgrimage to Medjugorje. It was in 2014 that a Vatican commission concluded its 4-year probe into the doctrinal and disciplinary aspects of the apparitions and submitted a report to the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith. The Catholic bishops in Australia welcomed a new legislation against religious discrimination that will be debated in the House of Representatives next week. Archbishop Peter Comensoli of Melbourne, chair of the Bishops' Commission for Life, Family and Public Engagement, said it is a step towards parity with other anti-discrimination laws in the country. This week, the government introduced the Religious Discrimination Bill that gives extra protection for citizens of all faith communities and allows them to voice their views based on their faith. The legalization was first announced in 2017. It was introduced in Parliament on Wednesday, November 24th, by Prime Minister Scott Morrison. This week, the House will debate the bill that ensures that statements of a religious nature will not be considered discriminatory as long as these do not threaten or vilify a person. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.